If you're a doctor or you own a clinic and you're finding it tough to get new patients consistently, listen up. You are not alone. And the good news, it has nothing to do with your skills as a doctor. The real problem is likely a broken or maybe even a non-existent system for growth. In this explainer, we're going to unpack a clear, proven system to help you get a steady flow of the right patients and really grow your practice in this digital age.
This might be a tough pill to swallow, but it is the absolute truth of modern healthcare. Being an incredible doctor, well, that's the price of entry now. Your clinical excellence is the foundation, of course, but it's just not the only thing that drives a thriving practice anymore. In a world full of choices, the key isn't just about being good at what you do, it's about being findable.
And this really shows that massive shift perfectly. The old way, it was a slow burn, right? You'd build a great reputation and word of mouth would eventually trickle in some new patients. But the new way, it's all about being proactive. It's about building your online presence where your patients are actually looking. It's about actively acquiring patients, not just waiting around and hoping they find you.
Which brings us to probably the most important thing you need to understand today. The way patients find and choose a doctor has totally changed. Your physical front door, it's not their first stop anymore. Your website, your Google reviews, your social media, that is your clinic's new front door. I mean, just think about it for a second. What's the first thing you do when you get a recommendation for anything? A restaurant, a plumber, anything. You Google them, right? Well, patients are exactly the same. They're not just passively taking referrals anymore. They're smart. They're consumers who do their homework before they make any decision, especially one as important as their health.
So here's what that modern patient journey actually looks like. Step 1, it pretty much always starts with the search. Then, step 2, they become a detective. They're checking you out on social media, reading every Google review. If you pass that test, they move on to step 3, visiting your website to see if you look like an expert. And only then, after all of that, do they finally make a decision. You have to win at every single one of these stages.
And this right here is the brutal truth. A weak online presence isn't just a missed opportunity. No, it's a direct leak in your practice, sending patients straight to your competitors. If they can't find you, or worse, if what they find doesn't give them confidence, they are gone. In a flash.
Now let me be absolutely crystal clear about something. This has nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with how good of a doctor you are. Your quality of care is top-notch. We know that. That is not what is in question here.
The real problem, the thing that's actually holding you back, is the lack of a system. A predictable, repeatable system that gets you in front of the right patients, builds trust with them, and turns their online search into a booked appointment. And let's be real, you're busy being an amazing doctor. You shouldn't have to be a digital marketing expert too.
So what is this system I keep talking about? Well, it's about moving from these random, chaotic marketing efforts, just throwing things at the wall to see what sticks, to having a fine-tuned engine for predictable growth. This chart paints a really clear picture. Over on the left, you've got the random acts of marketing. A social media post here and there, maybe a random ad. And what are the results? Completely unpredictable. But on the right, you have a deliberate system, a real content strategy, engineered funnels that bring in consistent, measurable results, month after month after month. A really powerful growth system, it's built on these 4 pillars. First, you need those patient acquisition funnels to guide people. Second, a content strategy that actually shows off your expertise. Third, a way to generate leads, to capture their interest. And finally, you need strong brand positioning to build that rock-solid trust. Okay, let's break down that term, patient acquisition funnel. I know, it sounds like a bunch of complicated marketing jargon, but it's actually really simple. Think of it like a guided tour. It's a carefully designed path that takes someone from, "I've never heard of this doctor," to, "I need to book an appointment now," through a series of really strategic, trust-building steps. It's not magic, it's just smart engineering. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem and we've laid out the blueprint for the solution. But the million-dollar question is, how do you actually build this growth machine? What's the actual path forward?
This is it. Where do you start? What's the very first thing you need to do?
The first step, and honestly the most important one, has nothing to do with technology or marketing tactics. It's a mindset shift. You have to start seeing yourself not just as a doctor practicing medicine, but as the CEO of a business that you're trying to build.
And this is the dream, isn't it? This is the power of having a real system in place. It becomes this well-oiled machine that's working for you in the background, bringing in that steady stream of new patients, so you can do what you're best at, actually treating people and changing their lives.
So the bottom line is this.
Stop guessing. Stop the random marketing. The only way to get predictable, sustainable growth for your clinic is with a purpose-built system. It's time to stop just posting and start building.
Look, the insights we've gone over today, they are the very foundation of the MISOX healthcare growth system. It's a framework that we know works, and it's helped so many clinics achieve that kind of predictable growth we've been talking about. So the only question left for you is, are you ready to stop just surviving and actually start thriving?